Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. We're joined here by Dynamo head coach Ben Olsen. We'll get the ball rolling here in person, and then we'll take any questions here on Zoom. If you do have a question on Zoom, please go ahead and raise your hand. Ben, back on the road this time against the Rapids, first road trip of the season. How's the team navigating preparations for that match?
Looking forward to getting on the road and seeing what we got against a very good, improved Colorado team. They're well coached, and I think they're certainly, I think, have made some real additions in the off season that have kind of bolstered their team, and both probably in the locker room and on the field, and confidence and experience, guys that know this league, guys from overseas, and they've added that with some talent from last year. Right? So it's, again, we view it as a better team than last year. We came to Colorado last year, and we had our hands full. So we'll have to be collective. We'll have to be sharp. Everybody will have to bring what they can to the match, and then we stand a chance. But we're had a few home games, and now, although we've been on the road with CONCACAF, this is our first test on the road in MLS, and we want to be a better road team this year over the course of the year. We ended the year pretty well on the road, but beginning of the year we struggled. So we've talked about how we can have a better home record overall, or away record overall.
Thank you for that. We'll start with Herman. Herman, go ahead.
Hey Ben, good morning. Can you hear me? Good deal. Sorry about that. Two quick questions. One, just quick injury updates on Eric Bianchenko and Sebas Ferreira. And the second one is Ibrahim Aliyu was awarded Team of the Week this week, and just wanted to hear your thoughts on him and his performance this past week. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I won't get into too much of the injury stuff right now, as it's very close, if not on the bench. So both of those players, they're either out or in. And the Ibrahim question, very high level from him so far, and in kind of three aspects. One is being dangerous in the build and being a threat behind, and in isolation, 1v1 ability has been, it's been a nice fit for him over there. Defensively, he's given us a real effort and making sure he's doing the work when we, out of possession. And he scored some goals. So the third part is, again, him making the runs and finishing off some plays in different ways. So it's just nice for him to find his niche right now for us. And he's been as arguably our best player so far this year. I thought him and Coco have been played at a high level, and a few others certainly in the defensive roles. But from an offensive standpoint, him and Coco have really added quite a bit to our attack with the final product. It takes time. I've said this about him. You come to this country from abroad, and there's always a different time frame for transition. And this one is taking a little bit. It took maybe a half a year for him to find his position for us, and that's normal. It's just important that he finds it.
Dustin, go ahead.
Hey Ben. Hey, with this Colorado team, very good midfield, Mihailovic, Bassett, some of those guys, how do they kind of challenge you guys, especially with Coco being out this week?
You just mentioned two really good names. Bassett's really complete, can find himself all over the field. Same with Mihailovic, his versatility, but his calmness and ability to run past defenders in and around the box, all around the 18, final ball, can score some goals. Bassett's second line running is very important for us to make sure we have eyes on. They've got a few isolation player. Vines, I think, is a big player for them. Solid defensive back line. Bakar and set pieces. Long throws. They got a little bit of everything. and they're hardworking, forward, a pain in the ass, and they give you a real solid effort every time. And I know Chris from ages ago, and got a lot of respect for him and the teams he puts out. So just looking forward to getting there and seeing what our team has against a very competitive group in Colorado.
Thanks, man. Safe travels.
Anything else for Ben here before we wrap up? All right, we'll call it with that. Ben, thank you very much.